Hello, HGTV, Hometown Makeover. My name is Alyssa Meyer, and I am the president of Main Street Fairmount here in Fairmount, Indiana, home of James Dean and Garfield and so many more celebrities. So we are here to hopefully captivate you with our small, tiny town that has so much warmth and heart and character. Well, it's not too warm right now. We're warm in our hearts right now. It's snowing and it's freezing, but here we are. It's such a beautiful, charming little town that Main Street Fairmount has put in some work over the last couple years. We've really rallied as a community to not let our special town die, but only to thrive. And so we've done some things already, but we could totally use your help. We did win a couple years ago a very competitive grant that was able to repair our streets, our sidewalks, and give us new lamp posts. And so we've already started to see a turn for our town, but with your help, we would love to see it come even more alive. We once used to have not that many businesses here in town, and now there's becoming more interest as our beautification process has taken off. We are now seeing this town come to life, but we need your help. We need your help. This house behind us is just one of many that is full of beauty and charm and character. And this spot right here actually was part of the Underground Railroad. So we are on the map for that as well. But this is one house that has been renovated. There have been many that are still need of tender, loving care, hopefully from you. One is right across the street. Here is a lovely yellow house. Again, just full of character and charm, but is in need of TLC. There's other homes like that here in town. But let me give you a quick tour of our downtown area and our parks. I know you would love to see it. Come with me on this wonderful journey of Fairmount, Indiana. More and more families are deciding to move to Fairmount, Indiana, because they have discovered that they want to raise their children and their families in a small town with everything that comes with a small town, which is just a strong community, a sense of unity. So it is important for us to have spaces for those children and families to gather and to have recreation. So this is Play Acres Park here in Fairmount, Indiana. On Play Acres Park is our community center. This is called the Shelter House, and this is really our only public place to gather. And as you can see, it is fairly small. So really only smaller events and parties and small community events can be had here. It would be so nice to have a larger community center for all of us to gather. And I will take you inside of that community center in just a moment. But here is our playground along with our park, which has many shelter houses on it. Here's our main pavilion, which the James Dean Memorial Stage is under. James Dean himself performed on that stage in the Fairmount High School. And it has been moved here at the park, and we have had plays and concerts in the park on that stage. So now I will take you inside of our community center and show you how much in need we are of a larger space. Here is our community center, and it is one room. It does have a kitchen, a small kitchen, and a couple of bathroom options. Here's the kitchen area. Where there once was a building right here on this empty pad, now has become a gathering place for our community. We just recently had our hometown holiday celebration, and our Christmas tree lighting ceremony. And we packed about 400 people right here in this open pad area. We would love to have some help from HGTV to make this space a more beautiful space and practical for gathering people. This antique store has been closed for some time now and could be turned into something absolutely stunning. The charm inside of this building is gorgeous, and right above it is a series of apartments that are also full of character and charm that need renovated as well. The historic Scott Opera House was just purchased by local Brittany Yagi to house her dance studio inside of it. It does need to be renovated. It has a gorgeous upstairs as well as downstairs. The historic Palace Theater has now turned into the Palace Bar, where many locals love to come and share a drink together. Thank you so much for your time and allowing me to show you around Fairmount, Indiana. Now I would like to introduce to you a few of my friends that know just a little something about Fairmount, Indiana. Take a look.
Fairmount has this mystique about it, this great spirit, which is why people come here, year after year after year. This is why the people come here for the first time, because this is a solid connection to James Dean. Pretty soon, after the people that knew him are gone, we're going to have his 3 movies, and we're going to have Fairmount.
It's a great little town and always has been, and it's got a very interesting history. We've produced a lot of famous people, and it's in the water, I believe.
My mother loved Fairmount, and the same reason that I think a lot of people are still here. It's just a quaint, friendly town.
Well, my grandparents established this farm in 1893, and they built the buildings here in 1904. My mom and dad moved into the home here, I think around 1925 or 26. And of course I was born here, and Fairmount's really just all I've ever known. Of course, because of Jimmy, there's been a lot of people here from all over the world, and Fairmount's well known because of James Dean and because of Garfield the cat.
People that are from Fairmount. Fairmount's biggest export, probably since the 1860s, has been people, and a lot of people, important people, writers, musicians, people that went to Hollywood. Not just James Dean, but there were a lot of people that went to Hollywood that were everything from stuntmen, makeup artists, writers.
Phil Jones, the CBS News correspondent, and Bob Sheets.
Dr. Sears was from Fairmount. He was attached to Harvard University. He was a world-famous ichthyologist. He lived over on Wilson Avenue. Olive Rush. She was a world-renowned painter in the 19th century. She was a close friend of George O'Keeffe. She was from Fairmount. Then there's the Macedon, which was found which is at the Smithsonian, was dug up here in Fairmount.
We get these visitors from all over the world, and they'll say they're traveling, and I'll say, where are you going? They're saying, well, New York and Philadelphia and Miami. We're going to Los Angeles and Chicago and Fairmount. And it's kind of interesting that this little small town fits into their travel plans. And it's great because they're seeing an American small town, a real American small town, like a little Norman Rockwell looking town, actually.
I moved here 12 years ago, and I love it. It's the best move I ever made. I was in the Army for a total of 11 years, and I've lived in 4 foreign countries and 26 different states. And I could have lived anywhere. I could have chose to live anywhere. But I chose Fairmount because Fairmount is just special.
The townspeople are very proud of the town of Fairmount and James Dean. They keep their properties and their storefronts up nice and up kept, and it's just kind of a neat little town, really.
Probably one of the most important parts of American history. Virtually all towns started out like this. Some got big, some didn't. But the basic American way of life all started in these small towns.
According to Ball State School of Architecture, this is the most intact gas boom town in Indiana. And these are just some of the reasons, and that the town needs preservation.
A town's identity is in its history. And the history here in Fairmount is somewhat slipping away from us from the lack of proper maintenance of the infrastructure.
The buildings and everything are still there. Most of them were built, the downtown buildings in the late 1800s, early 1900s. And most of those are intact.
This town has so much history, and and the people are proud of it, and and like I said, it's a hub, people love to come here. And if we can improve it and make the street look really inviting, it's going to bring business in. People are going to want to come here more, and they're going to remember the town as being a pretty little place, which it already is. But it definitely needs some work, and it's going to take some money. But I'm 100% for it, and I will always support that.
And it's a shame that all small towns are struggling, to maintain their identity and even their existence. I think it's very important that we try to maintain that small town togetherness.
And we need to celebrate the future, because if we don't, the town hasn't got much of a future.
If you want to see America, the true heart and soul of America, come to Fairmount.
There's an easy companionship and camaraderie with living in a town like this. I don't know if all small towns have this, but this one does.
And it's amazing how the people still care. James Dean was a person that so many could identify with when they were younger, and still do as they're older. And so they come every year to walk on the streets where he walked and see the town that he knew.
I've lived in New York City and Los Angeles and some other places, and this town is just really special. You know, it just feels really, really like home. I've been here about 30 years now. It's home to me.